What's up, Alicia? Doing good. You bet. Two teams. He'll tell you. He'll tell you. That's. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome you to Central Methodist University for today's Higher American Conference quarterfinal matchup between the number 2 seed Central Methodist and 7th seed William Penn. Quentin Norris Singh in the catbird seat. Central Methodist under head coach Coleman Lee, they're 20-9 on the year. William Penn under head coach Lauren Eldridge, they're 16-16 on the year. Last time Central Methodist played was on Halloween evening. Defeated Baker 25-9, 25-12, and 25-14. While William Penn also played on Halloween night, they lost to Grandview 24-26, 25-15, 17-25, and 12-25. First of three big sports events here at Central Methodist, and of course at 1 o'clock it's senior day. The Central Methodist football team takes on Baker as well down at Davis Field. Pre-game show at 12:45, kickoff 1 o'clock there as well. 6 o'clock p.m. that evening, the women's soccer team, they're seeded number 1, take on 8th seed Baker down at Davis Field there as well. Pre-game about 5:45 or so. Also yesterday, the men's soccer season has came to an end, losing to Mid-American Nazarene 2-0 there. They finished the year out 8-7-3 year for first-year head coach Adam Galla. Also, Monday night, the men's basketball team, they're 2-0 on the year. They'll be taking on William Woods at 7 o'clock their pregame show at 6:45 p.m. Also, if the Central Methodist women's volleyball team wins, they'll be hosting the divisional playoff game on Tuesday night. And I believe that's a 7 o'clock game as well. Also 7 o'clock, Central Methodist women's basketball. They'll be in Lawrence, Kansas, taking on Haskell. This will be the 4th time in a span of 1 year that Central Methodist and Haskell have played one another there. Should be a lot of fun there as well. Of course, it is the conference tournament starting up there. Other conference tournament games there, of course, you got Park and Missouri Valley. Park, the number 1 seed, taking on 8 seed in Missouri Valley down in Parkville. They'll be starting up in about 13 minutes or so. The number 4 seed is Benedictine. They'll be taking on 5th seed Grandview down in Atchison, Kansas tonight. That's a 7 o'clock start time down at Benedictine. Of course, Central Methodist takes on William Penn. They'll be starting up in about 13 minutes or so. And then the winner of this one will take on the winner of number 3 seed Mount Mercy and 6 seed Mid-American Nazarene. That's a 2 o'clock start time down at Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and as well. So should be a lot of fun there as well. Of course, the men's soccer semifinals will be Tuesday night. Of course, Mo Valley's the number 1 seed there. They won last night. And I believe they got the 4th seed Benedictine. And how about an upset in men's soccer last night as 7th seed Mount Mercy upset the number 2 seed William Penn down in Oskaloosa, Iowa. The score was 1-0 there. So they'll be taking on 3 seed Mid-American Nazarene. I believe that'll be a 1 o'clock start time down in Olathe, Kansas there as well. Of course, women's soccer semifinals will be Wednesday. Of course, Central Wednesday, they'll host it Wednesday. Most likely could be maybe a 5 or 6 o'clock start time as well, but I'm sure we should receive some confirmation on it sometime later today as well. And I'm sure we should know more later on this afternoon with the Mount Mercy Mid-America Nazarene volleyball match there as well. Probably sometime during the Central Methodist football game there. Hopefully we'll get some updates there as well. So, of course, I also want to congratulate the Texas Rangers winning the World Series on Wednesday night in a thrilling 5-game series over the Arizona Diamondbacks, winning that 5th game by a score of 5-0. It was a good 5th game. The first 6 innings, it was 0-0, pretty evenly matched. But really, the turning point of that game is of course, was when Texas scored 4 big runs. The key moment was the error by the Arizona Diamondbacks center fielder, Addie James, that allowed a run to score, and then Texas added another run, and then Marcus Simeon hit the 2-run homer to give the Texas Rangers a 5-0 victory, and of course the World Series championship, 4-1. Their first World Championship in the 63-year history of the franchise. Now, keep in mind, when they came in the league in 1961, they were in Washington, called the Washington Senators, and in 1972, they moved to Arlington, Texas, and renamed the Texas Rangers there as well. Of course, Bruce Bochy, he is the third manager in the history of Major League Baseball to win a World Championship in both leagues. Remember, he won 3 World Series championships with the San Francisco Giants. I believe he's the 6th manager to win 4 World Series championships. The last one would have been Joe Torre, who of course won 5 with the New York Yankees as well. I believe 4, I think, if I remember my numbers correctly there. He also won 4 on 1 with the Yankees, and I think Stengel's won 5. I think Stengel holds the record. I think he has 7 World Championships, and including 5 in a row at one time there as well. So, and also the MVP of the World Series was Corey Seager. He is the 4th player to win 2 World Series MVPs. The other 3, of course, we've got Sandy Koufax. Of course, he was the Dodgers pitcher, was MVP of the 1963 and 65 World Series. Bob Gibson was the MVP of the 64 and 67 World Series with the St. Louis Cardinals. And all those times, I think during that stretch, I think he won 8 consecutive World Series games, which is still a record there as well, including the most strikeouts in the game, 17 of them as well. And then also, you have Reggie Jackson, who won 2 World Series MVPs. One in 1973 with the Oakland A's. The other one was, of course, in 1977 with the New York Yankees. Of course, and if you remember the 6th game of the 1977 World Series, he hit 3 home runs in one game of Game 6, all on 3 pitches. And I remember Keith Jackson used to say during his tip to his 3rd home run swing, basically he said like he saw 2 pitches and he put them in the seats. And then, of course, Corey Seager was the 4th one, who was the 2020 World Series MVP with the Dodgers there as well. Now, the other 2 managers that have won World Series championships in both leagues, you have Sparky Anderson. He was the manager of the Cincinnati Reds back in 1975 and 76, and of course won a World Championship with the Detroit Tigers in 1984. And I believe that 84 team was probably was by far one of the best ones, I think, in the history of Major League Baseball. At one time, they started out, I believe, 35-5 that season there as well. Of course, Tony Russa would have been the other one. Of course, Tony won a World Championship in 1989 with the Oakland A's. and then won 2 world championships with the St. Louis Cardinals in 2006 and 2011 as well. So Bruce Bochy is number 4 on the list. Is number 3 there. So he joins a great distinctions of some of the great managers to win world championships there as well. So we got Central Methodist and William Penn going at it. And also, you may know this about the text right here. Since 1993, that was the first year when I became a broadcaster, they are the 17th team to win 17th different team to win a world championship. Now, of course, the record is the team with the most since 93 would be the New York Yankees, who have won 5 of them. The next one would be the Boston Red Sox with 4. So Central Methodist warming up there. We should be ready to go in the next 3.5 minutes or so. And then Central Methodist 20-9, 14-3 in the conference, while William Penn 16-16 and 10-8 as well. So we should be ready to get going this quarterfinal matchup there. Great crowd on hand on this Saturday morning. First up, you might say 3 games here at Central Methodist University. You might say a triple header, or as the late Ernie Banks would say, let's play 3. And why not? So we're about ready to get started. Central Methodist warming up there. They have really come on strong, and of course, still ranked number 21 in the polls. They still have a chance to maybe host a opening round one, but we will know the selection show on Monday, November 13th at around, I want to say 12:30 p.m. that afternoon. So we should know more about it. You can always follow along the NAIA.org, Heart America Conference Network, or CMUEagles.com. Give you more updates there, more tournament updates for both the men's and women's soccer, and of course the volleyball. Of course, cross country started their conference tournament as well. So it should be a lot of fun. This is one of the fun times of the year there, when it comes to the first week of November. Central Methodist warming up there. Play 3. So we're ready to get started. We're about 25 seconds or so. Central Methodist and William Penn. So we're ready to get going. Quentin Norris on the catbird seat. take this. That's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Puckett Fieldhouse for today's Hart Women's Volleyball quarterfinal matchup between the number 7 seeded William Penn Statesman and your number 2 Central Methodist Eagles. We ask that all players, coaches, and spectators abide by the NAIA Champions of Character values, which are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. And now, if you would please rise and remove your hats for a prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Almighty God, you have created us to strive for our best. Grant all athletes, coaches, and fans the strength to pursue excellence during this event. We pray for the safety of those athletes, protect them from injury and harm. Help us to honor all you do on and off the court, and make us witnesses to your glory. In Christ's name we pray, amen. Let's meet the starters for today's contest. First, for William Penn, number 5, Alyssa Young.
Alyssa Young.
Number 7, Mia Brady. Number 8, Olivia Johnson. Number 10, Jade Melton. Number 11, Riley Hungate. Number 12, Patricia De Souza. Number 15, Kaya Caprini. The Statesmen are led by head coach Lauren Eldridge, and she is assisted by Mariana Rodriguez and Danielle Pryor. And now it's time to introduce today's starters for your Central Methodist Eagles. From Jefferson City, Missouri, the senior number 4, Annabelle Mawson.
That's Annabelle Mawson.
From Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the senior Alyssa Smith, number 6.
Alyssa Smith.
From Jefferson City, Missouri, the senior number 8, Crystal Bronner.
That's Crystal Bronner.
From Annapolis, Missouri, the freshman number 9, Drew Gale.
That's Drew Gale. First career start.
From Springs, Missouri, the senior number 10, Riley McBurney.
Riley McBurney.
From Jefferson City, Missouri, the senior number 12, Callie Henson.
That's Callie Henson.
From Lisboa, Portugal, the sophomore number 16, Joanna Milo.
Joanna Milo.
The Eagles are led by head coach Coleman Lee, and he is assisted by Garrett Case and Jithan John. Good luck to both teams.
Central Methodist and William Penn going at it. William Penn, navy uniform, white trim, white numerals. Central Methodist and looks like the gray uniform, green trim, green numerals, birds on the bats. The birds are on the bats. Looked like they were saying hi to the cameraman. I think that was Joanna Milo and I think Kelsey Walker were all saying hi to the cameraman. Now the officiating crew will get situated, making sure we've got the lineup cards there. All situated as Crystal Bronner comes out. So you got Bronner, McBurney, Smith, Callie Henson, Annabelle Mawson, and Joanna Milo. And it looks like Riley McBurney will get the first serve going in this Higher America Conference quarterfinal matchup there. Gets it underway. Here comes William Penn. Digs it out to McBurney. Mawson. Henson. McBurney. Milo. Gets it blocked. And a point for Central Methodist. 1-0. Callie Henson with the block. And Riley McBurney from Blue Springs, Missouri. A beautiful area. Been there so many times. They have always, and it's a point for Central Methodist, now leads it 2-0. One of my favorite places I remember going to, I remember there was this one area in Blue Springs, there was this one neighborhood, they always had some of the prettiest Christmas lights all over the town, all over that neighborhood. They were fun to watch. A tip shot, and it's a point for William Penn. So 2-1 are scored, and it looks like number 23, Mackenzie Springsteen. She will serve from Minneapolis, Iowa. Bronner, McBurney. Oh, nice jump shot, but here comes William Penn with it. McBurney. Trying to dig it out is Bronner. Back goes William Penn, and that's a tip shot tying the match at 2. We are tied at 2. Set number 1. Just getting started. As Ben Scully would say, let's pull up a chair then. Get ready for some Central Methodist volleyball. Bronner, Smith, back to Bronner. Back goes William Penn. Out of bounds, and Central Methodist leads it 3-2. So now Crystal Bronner in the serve. One of 10 seniors being recognized on Halloween. Blocked, and a tie game at 3. Looks like Alyssa Young will serve from Winter Springs, Florida. Just tips it off the fingertips of Morgan LeBlanc, and it's a 4-3 lead for William Penn. Had the right idea, but I think if she would have let that one go, that would have been a point for Central Methodist. Alyssa Young. Oh, that's an ace. And William Penn leads it 5-3. Here it's set number 1. Five 3 now. And another ace makes it 6-3. And a quick timeout by Central Met. No.
Jessica Mallory checking in.
So Jessica Mallory checks in. Into the net, makes it 6-4 now. 6-4 now as Annabelle Mawson will serve. Delaney Miller checks in there for Central Methodist. Mawson from Jefferson City, 1 of 10. Another line drive, sir. Here comes out of bounds on point for Central Methodist. So now it's 6-5 now in the first set. And Annabelle Mawson still serving. 6-5 now. Here comes William Penn. Just gets it over to Mawson, McBurney. Nice shot there by Callie Henson, but here comes William Penn. And a point for William Penn makes it, Jade Melton makes it 7-5. And she is served from Hallsville, Missouri, just north of Columbia on Route B. Henson to McBurney. There's Delaney Miller, makes it 7-6. Delaney Miller. It's Sydney Healy. Drew Gale, first career start from Annapolis. I know her sister Emmy. High school team is in the state Final Four down in Cape Girardeau this weekend. I believe playing for a state title today. And it's 8-6. 8-6, William Penn.
Checking in William Penn, Riley Holgate. Now serving for the Statesman, Olivia Johnson.
Olivia Johnson on the serve. Gale. Healy. Back goes William Penn. Miller. Gale. LeBlanc puts it over. 8-7 now. So 8-7 now. Looks like Joanna Milo checks in. That's Addison Butler. She will be serving from Wentzville, Missouri. Another senior that was recognized this past Tuesday. Another line drive serve. Into the net and a tie game at 8. Addison Butler serving. There's Garrett Case giving out instructions there. Butler serving. Tip shot. Milo. Gale. Healy blocked. Dug out. Gale gets it over. Here comes William Penn. And a point there makes it 9-8. Morgan LeBlanc checks in there as Kayla Caprini will serve from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Healy. I believe a lift call is the call. 10-8 William Penn. So 10-8's our score. Kaya Caprini. Nice block by Delaney Miller. Makes it 10-9. So 10-9's our score. So Jessica Mowry checks in. From Arnold, Missouri, where's number 15? Like the great number 15, Tim McCarver. And a point for William Penn. Makes it 11-9. So a timeout called for in the William Penn 11, Central Methodist 9, set 1 on the Our America Conference Network. Set number 1, William Penn 11, Central Methodist 9. Quentin Norris here, calling from the catbird seat. Mia Brady to serve from Pontiac, Illinois, around the Chicago area. Line drive to Gale. Sets up for Healy. Gale to Milo. Back goes William Penn. And it's a tip and a point for William Penn. Makes it 12-9. That matches the largest lead, 3. Brady still serving. LeBlanc. Healy. Bronner, Gale, beautiful shot by Annabelle Mawson. 12-10 now. 12-10 now. So Riley McBurney will. Riley McBurney in the serve. Back goes William Penn. And a point for William Penn, makes it 13. Set number 1. Mackenzie Springsteen will. Springsteen will serve. Henson, McBurney, Mawson. A lift. The neck call makes it 13-11 now. Morgan LeBlanc, Crystal Broad from Jeff City. Also want to congratulate the Blair Oaks volleyball team winning their 3rd consecutive volleyball championships in Class 3. Out of bounds, makes it 13-12. I know my cousins Brett and Don Brooks are very happy about it. 13-12. A tip shot makes it 14-12. Alyssa Young from Winter Springs, Florida. Out of bounds, makes it 14-13. 14-13. So Delaney Miller checks in.
Now serving for the Eagles,
Annabelle Mawson. And it's an ace just right on the line. Tied the match at 14. Coleman Lee cheering his team on. Annabelle Mawson serving. Floater. Back goes William Penn. Bronner. Callie Henson blocked. LeBlanc. Henson, McBurney. LeBlanc couldn't get it over. And William Penn leads at 15-14. 15-14. Looks like Jade Melton will serve. So Jade Melton will serve. McBurney. Back goes William Penn. And a point for William Penn makes it 16-14. 16-14, set number 1. McBurney. Delaney Miller makes it 16-15. Cindy Healy checks in. Drew Gale. Drew Gale serving. Gale serving. Line drive serve. Back goes William Penn. And a tie game at 16. Cindy Healy with the block. Drew Gale from Annapolis, Maryland. Annapolis, Missouri. Down in the southeast part of Missouri. Trying to give Central Methodist the lead. Mawson, Gale, LeBlanc couldn't get it over. And now William Penn leads it 17-16. Had the right idea, but just couldn't get it over the net. Olivia Johnson from Otwana, Minnesota. LeBlanc, there's Gale, Miller. Blocked there by Delaney Miller. Tied the match at 17. Joanna Milo. Addison Butler. Addison Butler serving. Back goes Mawson, Gale. Oh, nice, but out of bounds. And it's 18-17. Had the right. So Morgan LeBlanc checks in. That's Crystal Braun. 18-17. Here's Gale. Tipped it out of bounds. Tied the match at 18. The last time Central Methodist led was 3-2 early. Jessica Mowry. Mowry. Back goes. Dug out to Gale. Back goes William Penn. Milo, Gale, Healy. Now point for William Penn. Makes it 19-18. So Jima Dizo. 19-18. Set number one. Looks like Mia Brady to serve. Gale. Milo. Back goes William Penn. Bronner. Dizo. Let's see what William Penn does here. And a point for William Penn, makes it 20-18. 20-18 now. So a timeout call for first set. William Penn 20, Central Methodist 18. (20-18), set number one. Favor of William Penn, 16-16. Central Methodist 20-9. Bronner. There's Gale. Back goes William Penn. Out of bounds, and a point for Central Methodist. Now 20-19. Right, Callie Henson, and here's Riley McBurney in the serve. Another line drive serve. Back goes William Penn. Henson, McBurney, Mawson. McBurney. Milo tying the match at 20-20. Reminds me of that news program that used to come on Friday nights at 9 o'clock with Barbara Walters. Out of bounds, and William Penn leads it 21-20. 21-20. Mackenzie Springsteen. We can check. That's a good. No. You know what? McBurney. Oh, nice job by Callie Henson to tie the match at 21-21. What a first set. What a way to start your Saturday. So Crystal Bronner in the serve. Tied at 21. Line drive. Here comes William Penn. Bronner. And it's a point for William Penn. 22-21. So Alyssa Young will serve. Into the net, tied at 22. Tied at 22. Delaney Miller checks in. So Annabelle Mawson. Central Methodist last led was 3-2 in the first set. The largest lead was 2. That was 2-0 early on. Back goes William Penn. Out of bounds, and for the first time since it was 3-2, Central Methodist leads at 23-22, and a timeout by William Penn. Central Methodist 23, William Penn 22. Set number 1 on CMUEagles.com and the Iron American Conference Network. First tomorrow, the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Miami Dolphins down in Frankfurt, Germany. Again, at 8:30 a.m. on the NFL Network. 12 noon, some NFL games. Of course, Seattle and Baltimore. That should be a fun matchup there. I think both teams are 6-2 on the year. Of course, Miami and Kansas City are both 6-2. Also at 12 noon, the Los Angeles Rams take on the Green Bay Packers. Annabelle Mawson will serve. Another line drive, sir. Here comes William Penn. Mawson to McBurney. And how about Callie Henson? Makes it 24-22. And set point now. So fans, stand up and get those hands clapping. Set point for Central Methodist. Back goes William Penn. LeBlanc dug it out. Here comes William Penn. Bronner. Here's LeBlanc out of bounds. And it's 24-23. So now set point number 2. Or as they used to say on The Price is Right, it's hole in 1 or 2. McBurney. And a point for Central Methodist. They win the first one, 25-23. Leading the match 1-0. We'll have set number 2 for you. We'll do it all in 2-2. Be back right at you on the Iron American Conference Network. Little game show. Watch a lot of game shows. I love to watch. What was that? Oh, the price is right. Is that little? Is that for me? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Well, I'll see. That's it. You know what? They put you on. I know. Oh, of course, the fun one. I always say the phrase 2 and 2. You ever heard of that one? Probably. Yeah. Who's that? You ever heard of that name? Chuck Boy. Back here at Central Methodist University, Central Methodist wins a squeaker, 25-23. They had 2-0 early, but then it was 3-2. Then William Penn tied it, and then the largest lead William Penn had was 3, but Central Methodist, they scratched, clawed, scrambled, but pulled it out the end, 25-23. That's been the largest lead so far. So Central Methodist leads the match 1-0. Hopefully later on maybe I'll give you some scores on this. The other matchup between Missouri Valley and Park. I think they'll be sitting ready for set 2 as well. That's the other matchup there. And, of course, Central Methodist will play the winner of Mount Mercy Mid-American Nazarene. That will start at 2 p.m. So Mia Brady will serve. Smith to McBurney. And that's Danica White kicking into the game. Whoops. Wrong button there. Okay. That's better. So Joanna Milo checks in there. So Crystal Bronner. Bronner serves. Mowry, and there's Mawson. Back goes William Penn. Block. Milo. McBurney. Here's Henson. Back goes William Penn. McBurney. Bronner. Milo points. Central Methodist leads it 2-0. They're on a 3-0 run now. Two nothing's our score. McBurney. Tip shot makes it 3-0. Milo. There we go. Three nothing now. Mowry, McBurney, Callie, Henson makes it 4-0. Park won the first set 25-21. They lead second set 2-1 down in Parkville. Bronner serving, another line drive serve. And it's 5-0. And a quick timeout there by William Penn. Set number 2. Central Methodist 5. William Penn nothing. Oh, yeah. 5-0 already, the largest lead there. They're on a 6-0 run because remember they scored the final point in that first set for that 25-23 victory. So Bronner in the serve there, up 5-0. And now it's 5-1 now. Mackenzie Springsteen will serve. Milo McBurney. Here is Annabelle Mawson. McBurney. Oh, nice kill by Joanna Milo. 6-1 now. 6-1 now. So Delaney Miller checks in. Annabelle Mawson. Oh, really? Bronner and a point for William Penn. 6-2 is our score. Really? Alyssa Young will serve. 6-2. Set number 2. Central Methodist won the first set 25-23. And now it's 6-3 now. There we go. 6-3 now. And it's on the left field line. It looked like it was going to go out, but it's stuck. But it stayed on the line there. 6-4. I thought maybe Callie Henson could try to do like Lenny Randall used to for the Seattle Mariners. That would blow the ball foul. Callie Henson. And it's a block, and it's 7-4. 7-4 now. Even though the score was 6-4, but now they got it straightened out. It's 7-4. That's Drew Gale. Want to wish her sister Emmy and her high school team good luck in the state volleyball championship down in Cape Girardeau. Out of bounds, and it's 8-4. Oh. Yeah, I'll tell you. 8-4 now. Back goes William Penn. Bronner. Here's Healy. Back goes William Penn. Gale. Healy puts it down, 9-4. Oh. 9-4 now. Oh, somebody doing. Yeah, that's. Oh, he does. Yeah, he's a good. He's 9-4 now. Here comes William Penn. Nice block, recovered by Delaney Miller. Gale to Bronner. They set it up for. Oh, Joanna Milo makes it 10-4. They're on a 4-0 run now. $10-4 now. And a point for William Penn makes it 10-5. Cheyenne Bradford from Rowlett, Texas. Where's number 22? Like the great number 22, Doug Flutie, the 1984 Heisman Trophy winner from Boston College. Delaney Miller makes it 11-5. Boy, she really jumped high for it. Alyssa Smith, the Ranger. From Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Of course, enjoyed meeting her mom, Lisa, a few times during the volleyball matches. Miller, Gale. Oh, look at Delaney Miller makes it 12-5. 12-5, and it is the Ranger, Alyssa Smith. In honor of Ranger Smith, you may know from the Yogi Bear cartoons, along with his pal Boo Boo, who hung out at Jellystone National Park. One of the best ones I've always liked was when Yogi Bear tries to do the pole vault to leave Jellystone. Not only, but he wasn't successful at it. Well, 12-5. Here comes William Penn. Smith, Gale. Look at Danica White. 13-5. 13-5. Alyssa Smith still serving. Going to her left hand. Into the net, makes it 13-6. Olivia Johnson. (13-6). Gale sets it up for Danica Y. Back to Healy. Gale. Delaney Miller makes it 14-6. 14-6. So Jessica Mowry checks in. Where's number 15? Like another number famous 15, Thurman Munson. The 1970 American League Rookie of the Year. The 1976 American League MVP of the Yankees. Makes it 14-7. Kaya Caprini from Minneapolis. Gale. Healy, 15-7. So Riley McBurney in the serve. McBurney in the serve. That's an ace, 16-7. That's the largest lead of the match. Set is 9. Previous was 8, 14-6. Oh, just grazes the net. Bronner. McBurney, a little left-handed shot, but here comes William Penn. Out of bounds, 17-7. 17-7. 10 is the largest lead. Back goes Danica White. Mawson, back goes Bronner. Oh, nice job by Riley McBurney, 18-7. Timeout, William Penn, set number 2. Central Methodist, 18, William Penn, 7. 18-7, set number 2. Central Methodist won the opening set 25-23. Of course, later on we have Central Methodist football in about an hour and 9 minutes or so. Taking on Baker down at Davis Field. And at 6 p.m. that night, the Central Methodist women's soccer takes on Baker University, first round of the Higher American Conference women's soccer tournament. Of course, men's soccer season completed, losing to Mid-American Nazarene 2-0. McBurney in the serve. And a kill for William Penn makes it 18-8. So Mia Brady in the serve from Pontiac, Illinois. Round to Chicago, and I'm sure many people in that area remember watching the 1983 Major League Baseball's All-Star Game, which was the 50th anniversary of the Midsummer Classic. And Callie Henson tips it over, makes it 19-8. Joanna Milo. Crystal Bronner, what an amazing career she has had at Central Methodist. Enjoyed that shout out from her mom, Greta, I think that Tuesday night. And it's a 20-8 lead there. 20-8 now. 20-8, set number 2. 5 points away from going up 2-0 in the match. Blocked. I believe that's a net call. 21-8. 21-8. 21-8. And a point for William Penn, makes it 21 now. Mackenzie Springsteen will serve. Back goes Central Methodist. Oh, beautiful shot by Callie Henson, 22-9. Delaney Miller checks in. Here's Annabelle Mawson. From Jeff City, went to Jeff City High School. Callie Henson and Crystal Bronner went to Jeff City Elias. Mawson. And it's now 22-10 now. 22-10. Alyssa Young still serving. Henson, McBurney, Mawson. McBurney. Miller couldn't get it over. Hit the antenna. Makes it 22-11. Alyssa Young still serving. Out of bounds, 23-11 for Central Methodist. Just 2 more points away from, so Sydney Healy checks in. As soon as it's done, we'll take a break, and then after that, we'll probably give you an update on the Missouri Valley Park matchup. Remember, Park won the first set 25-21. That's Drew Gale in the serve there. And a point for William Penn. Now makes it 23-12. Bradford in the serve, out to Mawson. Gale. Healy puts it over. 24-12. Now set point there. Alyssa Smith in the serve. Set point now. Back goes out of bounds, and Central Methodist wins another one, 25-12. They lead the match 2-0. We'll have set 3 for you, and we'll do it all in 2-2. Be back right at you on CMUEagles.com and the Heart America Conference Network. 2-2. There we go. Let's see how that's. Let's see here. Oh, okay. That's one of my. Is this? Oh, okay, and that's. Let's see here. Check on that one. There's one sports. Oh my God! I only go to Valley Roll. Valley Roll. That's better. I'll go this. Volleyball right there. Okay, now back here at Central Methodist University, Central Methodist leads the match 2-0. Winning that second set 25-12. It was just total domination there throughout the entire match there as well. Also, just score update there, Missouri Valley and Park. Of course, Park, now it's 23-15 set number 2. Park leads the first set, leads it already 1-0. So, the way it looks right now, it could be 2-0 heading into the set 3 there. Central Methodist wins. They will be in the conference semifinal games on Tuesday night, and I want to say a 7 o'clock start time there. But we'll wait and see what happens as we head toward the noon hour, about an hour. It'll be Central Methodist football taking on Baker University down at Davis Field. There, it's senior day as well. And then about 6 hours, actually 5 hours, 59 minutes, and 46 seconds. We got Central Methodist women's soccer taking on Baker in the Heart America Conference quarterfinal game at 6 p.m. Pre-game show 5:45 p.m. So we're about ready to get set number 3 going. Central Methodist won the first one, 25-23, 25-12. And then Central Methodist, if they win, they'll play either Mount Mercy or Mid-American Nazarene. That match will be starting in about 1 hour and 59 minutes. Riley McBurney down in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Line drive serve there. Into the net and a point for Central Methodist. 1-0. 13 points has been the largest lead. And now they're on a 3-0 run if you count the last 2 points. That's set number 2. 1-0 now. Bronner, McBurney. How about Annabelle Mawson? Henson, McBurney, Callie Henson. And 4 hits is the call, tying the match at 1. The last time William Penn led, it was 22-21 in set number 1. They have not led since. Mackenzie Springsteen will serve. Henson, McBurney. Oh. And it's a block, 2-1 Central Methodist. So Crystal Bronner in the serve. Back goes William Penn. McBurney blocked. A point for Central Methodist on a net call. 3-1 now. So 3-1's our score. Set number 2. Back goes William Penn. And a point there. Alyssa Young makes it 3-2 now. 3-2 now. Alyssa Young. William Penn needs to win one to stay alive. Henson. Milo, and the match is tied at 3. Young still serving. Alyssa Young. McBurney. Oh, beautiful by Annabelle Mawson. Makes it 4-3. Delaney Miller checks in. Coleman Lee giving out instructions. Annabelle Mawson. What a game for her. Mawson, McBurney, blocked. Oh, nice job there by Miller, but here comes William Penn. Bronner. Oh, nice drop shot. Milo, McBurney makes it 5-3. 5-3 now. Annabelle Mawson. Mawson. 5-3. A point for William Penn makes it 5-4. So 5-4 now. Jay Melton. McBurney. Oh, there's Callie Henson going left-handed. But here comes William Penn. McBurney. McBurney, and here is Miller. McBurney. Delaney Miller. McBurney. Milo. Oh, nice job by Delaney Miller. Makes it 6-4. That's Drew Gale. Drew Gale. goes. And it hits the line, makes it 6-5. Olivia Johnson in the serve. Milo to Gale. Delaney Miller makes it 7-5. 7-5 now. Alyssa Smith and Danica White checks in. Smith. And a kill there. Adrissa Borges with the kill makes it 7-6. That's Kaya Caprini. 7-6 Central Methodist. Gale. Healy. Into the net, makes it 8-6. Do some singing. Jessica Mowry. Mowry serving. Block. Back goes Gale. Danica White. 9-6. Jessica Mowry. So 9-6 now. Set number 3. Central Methodist won the first one, 25-23. Then set 2, 25-12. Just one more victory to the Hardwick Conference semifinals Tuesday night. They'll be home at 7 o'clock against either Mount Mercy or William or Mid-America Nazarene. Another point makes it 10-6. Jessica Mowry in the serve. Ten 6 now. And a point makes it 10-7 now. So Mia Brady in the serve. So 10-7. Bronner, Gale, Healy puts it down, 11-7. 11-7. So Callie Henson and Riley McBurney. McBurney serving. Back goes William Penn. Mawson. Danica White puts it down, 12-7. Timeout, William Penn, set number 3, Central Methodist 12, William Penn 7. I really enjoy that. Hey. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no mountain low enough. No river wide enough. Me into you. Ain't no mountain high enough. 12-7, set 3. Central Methodist leads the match 2-0. One more victory, they'll be 21-9. And head to the Higher American Conference semifinals. McBurney. Back goes William Penn. McBurney. Bronner. Here's Danica White out of bounds, so it's 12-8. Mackenzie Springsteen. Line drive serve to Bronner. McBurney. White. McBurney. Back goes. Block. To Bronner. McBurney. Henson. Beautiful. 13-8. 13-8. So Jelana Milo. As Caitlin Jeter checks in there. Jeter. And that's a point now, 13-9. Jade Melton makes it 13-9. Alyssa Young will serve. Just grazes the net to McBurney. Callie Henson puts it down the right field line, 14-9. 14-9. Annabelle Mawson. Mawson. Back goes William Penn. Mawson to McBurney. Henson blocked, but point for William Penn. It's 14-10. 14-10. Checking in there is Avery Irway from Salem, Missouri. Two of my friends who I used to know from Central Methodist came from Salem. Actually, three of them. One was Andy Bradley. Other one was Shad Becker. Other one was Kara Jordan. Of course, Annie and Kara were Sigma Pi Alphas, while Shad Becker was an Alpha Phi Gamma. William Penn makes it 14-11. Of course, if you remember, about a month ago, Avery played the third set in the Libero spot and did a real good job there that game against Culver Stockton. That's Delaney Miller. 15-11 there. Cindy Healy. And Drew Gale. So Gale in the serve. She has really made a lot of progress throughout the season there. Oh, nice block by Joanna Milo, 16-11. Has made a lot of progress, so we're hoping to see some great things next few years for Drew Gale and for Drew Gale. 16-11. Out of bounds, makes it 17-11. 17-11. Oh, he's doing 17-11. 17 now, an ace makes it 18-11. I believe that's her first career ace. Not only, and also her first career star, William Penn, takes the timeout. Third set, Central Methodist 18, William Penn 11. Oh, yeah. 18-11, Quentin Norris here. As soon as we're done here, we'll probably hand you out to the football field. Central Methodist football takes on Baker University. Kickoff is at 1 o'clock. Pregame show at 12:45 p.m. It's senior day. And also checking in there is Kelsey Walker, who has really played a lot throughout the season there. She has made some great improvements as well. Gale in the serve had an ace already. And it's 18-12 now. Adrissa Borges. Olivia Johnson in the serve. Irway to Gale. Oh, beautiful shot by Joanna Milo. Makes it. Now, actually, the line judge actually changed the call to make it 19. So it's 18-13 now. Even though the scoreboard says 19-12. So now they got the scoreboard straightened out. As Caitlin Jeter wears number 2, like the great Derek Jeter wore for the Yankees. Won 6 World Series championships. And a point makes it 18-14. On a 3-0 run. Jeter in the serve. Bronner. Healy just couldn't get it over the net. It's 18-15. Now William Penn's on a 4-0 run now. They need to win one to stay alive. Central Methodist is 7 points away from win number 21 and a trip to the conference semifinals. Gale. Healy. And a point for Central Methodist on the net call, 19-15. Alyssa Smith in the serve. Smith. Back goes. And a point for Andreas Borges. Makes it 19-16. Oh, nice. Kyla Caprini. Joanna Milo. Irway to Gale. Nice two-handed set play by Kelsey Walker. And a point makes it 19-17. Coleman Lee cheering his team on. Those are just 6 points away from win number 21. Caprini into the net. Makes it 20-17. Annabelle Mawson.
And Jessica Mallory.
Jessica Mallory in the serve. Yeah, hey. Mallory in the serve. Another line floating serve there. Bronner. Healy, beautiful, 21-17. 21-17. Oh, an ace. Jessica Mallory makes it 22-17. They're 3 points away. Less than this crowd, over 20,000 here at Puckett Field House. And I'm sure millions of them are watching on television. And a point for William Penn. It's a 22-18. Mia Brady in the serve. Out of bounds, 23-18. Riley McBurney and Callie Henson. (23-18). McBurney in the serve, out of bounds. Now it's 23-19. Not over yet. So Caitlin Jeter in the serve. (23-19). Bronner, McBurney, Henson. And it's a point for Central Methodist on the net call. And now it's match point. All right, fans, get those hands clapping. Match point. Crystal Bronner. Line drive serve. Here comes William Penn. Bronner. Henson. See what William Penn does here. Jeter. Block. That's a winner. Annabelle Mawson at Central Methodist has won the match, 25-19. We'll recap the scoring for you today. Central Methodist won the first one, 25-23. Second set, 25-12. And then 25-19 in set number 3. Central Methodist with the victory. They're 21-9. William Penn goes to 16 and finishes the year 16-17. Central Methodist will be heading into the Hard America Conference semifinals on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. against either the number 3 seed Mount Mercy or 6 seed Mid-American Nazarene. That will start at 2 p.m. down in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. In about 35 minutes from now, we'll have Central Methodist football taking on Baker University. Quentin Norris saying so long. Let's head out to the Central Methodist football field for Central Methodist football. Here's our own Charlie Brown. And that's 6,914 of them. We'll see you at the football